Are NASCAR drivers athletes?
So, I mean, yeah. So I'm trying to. An average fan, not average, an average person can go out and um, break 72 in golf. I've never done it. I can break par and shoot under par. I can go out and shoot an NBA 3-point free throw. Maybe not throw. I don't know what the longest yards are in football, but I can do the majority of the yards. Now, you put them in a real-time environment, they might not do that, but no average person can even be relatively close to the lap we laid out. Speed-wise, time-wise. I give you 6 months.
Bubba,
So what's harder?
And what's the fastest you've ever driven on the interstate?
Those eyes got one.
7 over. That's what my dad always told me.
That's it. It's never pushed it more than
No,
7.
no speeding ticket. How about that?
All right. Thank you.
It's nice to be Bubba Wallace sometimes.
Bubba here, and back in 2020, he was part of a narrative against you that a lot of the garage stood up for you, pushing back on that. What are the feelings seeing him be invited into a NASCAR event again with that having happened?
Good careless.
We're
here to race, not for the show.
The last 2 years, you put up career high numbers, even though you didn't win. What's the conversations been like with the team on the off season to continue to improve on those amazing numbers, but also put some wins in the column?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this year. Unloading with speed. It's hard to gauge the speed you have. And practice like today when it's single car stuff. So, for us and Charles coming on board, calling the shots for us is a different change of pace, change of attitude, change of twang in his voice from Booty. So it's all seemed to work out well. Clash weekend went really well. Excited about that, and still building off that. But a lot of things that are still left to be unfolded for Charles, and just to figure out his place in this series and where we're at right now. So there's a lot of moving parts, but everything seems to be flowing just fine right now.
But I can write a story on Charles, actually. What impact has he made on this 23 team over the offseason, and in what ways has he gotten integrated? How quickly was that process take?
Yeah, no, he's very direct, and he's structured, which military background, I was kind of informed on that. And so, we had a debrief, or not a debrief, but a briefing meeting for Daytona and our strategy stuff.
This Wednesday.
So Monday, and 10 minutes before, hey man, just making sure you have all the call-in information and links, all that set up, and you're ready to go. And I'm like, I'm ready. I'm good. So it's nice to have somebody keep you in check, keep you on your toes. And yeah, so I think just from that standpoint, I'm sure that trickles through even at the shop. I don't see all behind the scenes stuff there, just for how we interact. There's any games being played.
How important is to be able to build that relationship with him after some of years working with Booty, and having one person on your career so long, especially as him. How difficult is that change? I think we still want to start.
Yeah.
But when you have to give a new person.
Yeah, no, it's definitely tough, and being such a big change there. I was on the fence about making a change because I was so comfortable with Booty. And it's hard to step away from something that you're comfortable with, right? And something that seems to be working fairly well. But I kind of just took a step back and really put all the trust and faith in the team to, make the necessary calls and the right call. And so far, so good. The season started today. And so there's still, like I said earlier, there's a lot left to unwind and get to work on. But I think Charles fits right into the brand that we've created at 2311, everybody at Airspeed, and just the culture and the environment we have there. So it's so far so good. Change what we'll have to see. But I love Booty to death. I text him. I think either Sunday going up to the track in Bowman Gray or Saturday. Oh, when did we race? Sunday?
Race on Sunday.
Race on Sunday. So one of those 2 days, I texted him before. I said, "Hey man, I know it's changed pace, but I wouldn't be where I'm at without all the help and all the guidance that you gave. So I appreciate it." So.
But Denny was talking about consistency every race. Can you just put that into your own words about just being more racing?
Yeah, I mean, consistency is key. We seem to have, we start off the year really hot, Daytona 500, ran okay, and we kind of decline on the summer stretch, we top 5, top 10, and we need to keep the flame lit the entire season. It's super hard to do. You're going to have a high flame, you're going to have a low flame, but as long as it's lit, you got a chance, and you got to do a really good job of doing that. The sport is so hard, being at the cup level, the wins don't come very often, and you have to be ready to pounce when they do. So that's what we look forward to. We're going to leave the reservation on anything that we don't want to. A little bit more open.
What has MJ meant to you as far as motivation, and do you worry at all that the labor dispute going on might sour him?
No, I feel like he's very much invested into the sport and what we have going on at 2311, and he reassures that through all the people that work on our race cars each and every day, that we're showing up, competing for wins and competing for a championship, and we're just moving forward with that. But he's competitive, he wants to win, and he knows what it takes to win, and it's all up to us.
You came from Xfinity a lot like Riley did a number of years ago. What have you noticed from him throughout his big growth year that happened last year that gives you some sort of expectation of what he's like to work with, what to expect on the track?
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. His year last year really kind of opened up a lot of our eyes. It's really cool to see him, win. I think win Vegas the way he did, and the Indy was cool. Did he get one more? Phoenix. That's right. He closed out. Yeah, that was big. And I think, man, confidence is so hard to come by when you're down in the trenches. And I'm not sure if they're down in the trenches. The couple weeks that I've been around it now, it was very upbeat, and it's nice to have that. And so seeing where he's at, like the Clash weekend didn't go as planned for him, but you talk to him and he's like, "Yeah, it's okay. I could have done this, and that better, and certain things could have gone better, but we'll be fine." And it's like, it's a good mentality to have. But I think last year, knowing what he's done brought him a lot of confidence. But you have to learn how to manage that in the Cup Series, because it's not like you're just, walking into a new avenue, but it's such a massive step, getting here. So I don't want him to get discouraged if the first 5 races don't go his way. Because it's so hard, man. I remember making my first Cup start, Pocono, thought I was the best on those teams. I got my ass kicked 6 ways to Sunday, and I was like, okay, I need to go to work, and here we are. So it takes a lot of work to be competitive. I think he has that passion and that drive to do it. It's just putting everything together and making it work.
And what support system did you have at RPM that you hope he gets to experience now joining with you guys?
I mean, he's got everything in front of him. I mean, obviously Tyler was able to show what our team is capable of, and how we go about business. And so I think that motivates Riley even more. So, like I said, he's got everything. It's up to him to go out and do it.
What do you feel like as a driver still have left to unlock to elevate your performance on a more regular basis? I know you mentioned the consistency, but what is there left?
It's just winning and being more competitive, being a name that is being talked about for the performance and the success. And so I feel like I have the mentality to do it. I feel like I have the performance to do it. We just have to put those two things together and coincide and exist together. You never know where the results will take you. We've just been barely hanging on to the last playoff spot or missing by 1 or 2 spots, and it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable first and foremost for me, and that's the most important person that I got to please is myself. And now my kid, Bex. Although, good thing he doesn't really know what's going on right now. But yeah, I think just having fun with it. This is my 8th year in Cup, and I feel like I belong here, and I've done a lot. I need to do a lot more personally.
Ryan, do you view this race as not just the Great American Race, but potentially one of your best shots to guarantee yourself a playoff spot?
That'd be lovely. Man, I might not even go up for the. Well, they got that new whole waiver thing, right? I don't care. I'll start with 2,000 points, whatever it is. That's it. I'm in. I'm gonna be on vacation until the playoffs start. My 2 wins have come in the playoffs, and so I don't know what it's like to win early in the season. So we're gonna focus on that.
Bubba, you came up through the Drive for Diversity program. Does it bother you that diversity and equity is now negative or being portrayed as that?
There's the sour apples out there that have never really appreciated the diversity standpoint from it. It's up to you to have that good spot in your heart and just treat everybody equal how you want to be treated, and it doesn't matter what they look like. You just have to just do things right. It ain't that hard to do things right and be respectful and a good human being.
Now, but you're particularly self-critical when you have a disappointing race. Are you working on not beating yourself up so much on camera?
Yeah, I think I did okay at that last year. I made a promise to one of our guys on the team to never be negative on self again. So I may have slipped once or twice last year, but I think overall on a better standpoint. Still just competitive, man. And things don't go your way, and or things that you can control, you didn't do a good job, and there's no easier person to blame than yourself. And so I'm not afraid to do that. It's cameras are on or off. I'm pissed off myself a lot, and so I just want to be better than where I'm at and be the best ultimately. And I know there's a lot of better guys than me in the sport, and that's okay. I accept that. But there's nothing more that when you trap in the car and put the helmet on that you want to go beat them, because that means you wins.
And your generic question, what does Daytona look like?
Oh man, coming home second a couple times. Seen the stats of how we perform here at Daytona. It's an incredible race, and something really cool to be a part of. I've told, when Baxter came over and crew for me in 2020, I said, hey man, take 15 minutes to yourself to be a fan and the spectacle that you're a part of for 500. And I told Charles that. I said, take 10, 15 minutes. And you get a break in your schedule, just go walk around and see how many people are here, just the environment that you're in. Totally different than a truck race, right? But being here in Daytona, it's a massive facility. They always do a great job of putting on a good show here for the fans, and yeah, it's cool. We've come close too many times. I'll take second. It pays better than some other spots.
What would a win here mean to you?
I talked about earlier. Winning early, it'd be awesome. Just getting yourself locked in, you could, have a massive weight lifted off your shoulders. And doing it here on the big stage for 500, there's no better day for it.
To drop a massive trophy in your hands right after it.
That weight comes off the shoulders but goes in your hands. Take that all day and in the bank account.
Yeah, what's the idea about Charles so far?
Just it's luck, and so me and Voodoo acting like just luck. We didn't like very many people. We like to do our own thing, and Charles is going through all the motions of being in all the meetings and getting acclimated to what it takes to operate at the Cup level and on our side and everything that goes on at 2311. And so he's just very direct. He's very attentive to every little detail. And, that's a change of pace for me. I'm not saying that Booty was not, but the way me and Booty operated was, hey, man, I gave you a fast car. I'm going to qualify 15th, 20th, and we'll go kick their ass in the race. Then we'll talk about tractors and bourbon for the next 2 hours, right? Well, we're all race cars. You need to do this, you need to do that, and we'll execute to the best, and that'll be it. And that's how Charles operates. So a little change of pace for me. It's a little bit more structured and buttoned up, which I'm not really a fan of. But I'm also like, hey, this is a new year, new me.
Hey, well, sorry, I was just going to say, in the point of Charles, Denny said earlier that he really brings a level of accountability, which is, again, not to say that Voodoo wasn't bringing accountability, but it's an extra level now.
Yep.
In what ways have you seen that take shape?
Yeah, he's making sure, like I said, I'm set up for the meetings that we have. If I'm not there in person, he's texting me 5-10 minutes beforehand. Hey, you got the link, you got the number, make sure you're on. So yeah, I think just that is like, all right, man, I'm there. I'm locked in. Got you. We're good.
Removing excuses, for like a better way to phrase it.
Sure. Yeah.
How does it feel to know that you open the door for more minorities to be race car drivers like yourself?
Yeah, that's cool. It's humbling, looking at, the success that Raj has had. Has been really neat. And knowing that I've played a small role in that has been really cool. And we're getting to the point now where we're bouncing, ideas off of each other. And it's not just coming to me for, hey, how do you get around this place? It's like, hey, what'd you feel? Although he's a different manufacturer, he still gives me some secrets. Hope that doesn't give him in trouble. But that's just how it rolls. And I think if we can both continue just to work hard and be successful in the sport, we let our results do all the talking, and hopefully let the driver's seats fill up with
Bubba,
different
on that
faces.
note,